Now we virtually subsidize everybody. We know that they create this huge loss. Now, we are entrepreneurs. We are not in the business for subsidize anybody. But both we and
so who are the subsidized? Now create that amount of loss the way we just mentioned. So
basically that is the reason. There is what you call, as I said, the Platts and the foreign currency, and those two factors. Then they really don't create the negative impact on our businesses.
So you been explain just now the reason why make we una the give subsidy, how challenging it is.
Well, it's not our business to give subsidy, but if we are selling below what they buy, where we supposed for pass them through, where we're not able to pass them through, so it will result in subsidizing Boko people. We not to our own business for do that, but nonetheless, as Sierra Leoneans, we always believe say we for supply we market, even though the much huge loss, but we for now we will supply our market and try we best for see how we can get remedy for our exposure.
Mr. Oka, what's not the volume of fuel and the amount we Salon need every year?
The best people will for tell you that PRA, but I suspect say the volume we Sierra Leone need every year go day over 400 million liters.
So with that one day we don't talk about, so we talk about now challenges and all, and the low price. If the fuel price no increase, I go affect the oil industry.
Survival go tough. It go reach a position whereby something get forgiving, and we're pretty sure say we and the relevant stakeholders go address the problem before we get there.
With the look about situation, we need to think about fuel increase like slightly.
Normally, we get PRA, who are the regulators, PRA in conjunction with the OMCs, then they look at the prices and it's very predictable. Then they take the Platts and they take the foreign currency. You get other variables. We know they move that much, but they are there, and then they determine and price. And the way things are going, just like you say, we cannot continue this way. We continue this way, something get forgiving. So I'm pretty sure say the relevant stakeholders are seriously and urgently looking into it, and equally confident say there would be a solution pretty soon.
So apart from the two things that we don't tell me, and I'm more challenging with the oil industry they face.
Like every other industry, we have get challenges. Some are very peculiar to us, some are general, and but for now, the key challenge now securing foreign currency, because we buy product in dollars and we're bringing it into Sierra Leone and sell in leones. We need to convert them back to dollars. So if dollars not in on the market, it can affect the supply chain. Another thing, the price where they buy the product and the price where they sell them, the difference they so now that they create this loss for we all in the industry.
The name na Kobe Walker, the general manager for NP Salon. If they talk to Michael Sambola inside that interview, Usai is say they don't lost over 90 billion loans this BNTM, although they get 60% market share, but they don't pay subsidy for fuel to government. We will continue the program. Good morning, Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM.
Still inside the studios this morning, we get Ibrahim Kagbo, the acting public relation officer at the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and also Fatmata Clear Kalti Ansils, the executive director for Legal Aid Board. Now, Mr. Kagbo, the first material we will play, you read the person they say when they take Daisy or take Tramadol in the field, okay. A advice for them kind of people and they for let them continue for take them, even though they do their nothing.
No, you know, advisable for let somebody just on your own, and you begin take medicine, any kind thing, you begin take. One thing I know about the medicine is that you for go to hospital and a doctor for prescribe, a medical practitioner for prescribe. we don't earlier when the program start, or Dr. Jallo, what he say. Not to medicine, not to choose your gap, you feel almost because you just feel this way, you take them. No. If you take them, that's where comes in the misuse or the abuse of them, where you just begin for just take medicine anyhow. Because you get to a point now you become addicted to it. If you not take them, now what will happen now, you begin feel some kind of way. And that's what they talk. And when you begin feel every day, it gets effect on you. So now that make this day, when an International Day Against Drug Abuse, they call government, they call all NGOs, civil society, and they call even we the citizens themselves for we put hand together. Because if you look at the theme of this program, they say health for justice and justice for health. There are two sides of the same coin. You're not going to talk about well body, then you left justice behind. You not talk about justice, then you not talk about well body. And this now, then two tier health and justice, then form part of the sustainable development goals when at the SDG. And one of them, and this we as a nation, we don't subscribe to them as a nation under the UN Charter. So therefore, we need to come together and let us see how we will support this day for let we able for minimize this drug abuse in this country. And quick one, we did in partnership with so many organizations then for grace this occasion, and the program they own the Methodist Women's Hall within a CCSL compound Kiama Road this 10 o'clock morning. And we get a lot of interesting things that will happen. One of them, we call them, say, experience sharing. What do you mean by this? People, young people, we've been done into drugs, just like Madam Hansis Dom highlights here. Then go there for let them tell me the experience, how God don't help them with other institutions, them for let them come out. Why didn't they say this? So that you will not start for take drugs, you not go make the mistake for take up. Some of them now, they don't come out clean now. Some of them in university, some of them for meaningful thing they now. So we use the opportunity now for let me send message to the one that way they into them for let them see reason for let them come out. The one that not take them it, we get young people them, when are students them, we go day from various schools them will come up with skit performance where they send a message. The whole thing is about awareness raising. That is what United Nations make this day special. For raise awareness in we consider for let we know say drug abuse it gets effect. And look could highlight some of the effect that they are. So Monday, na mental problem they get. A one mental. And even if they carry go say look come in a city of rest, look come in a psychiatric hospital, the problem not solved. Why? Because it takes something where they affect them. And each time you take that thing there is a relapse. So now that we want to try to make this program for let we all see. There will be poem recitation, young people go there for recite poems, then statement go there by young people and back as well. Why would they say young people here? Because now they're vulnerable. Now they, all of this what they say, now the more now the ones same way easily be affected by this. So that is why this program very, very important for we today as a nation.
Alright, even though like the Jamba gets bad effects on young people, you get people again we believe say na medicine is fine for men some sick them. How advisable? Well,
it's not advisable because John like I keep on repeat because she's the legal person in this program. It don't make them very clear to we say Jamba we laws in this country not legalize her. And the law very, very clear about it. Even if now one pack set the only with the law very clear about it, let alone now the only with plenty one. And you not get nobody, you know, now doctor, medical doctor, now you go give authority as to who that for use for medical purpose or for scientific purpose for research. We not get to that point date. So therefore we still stand on waiting the law say. So my advice to people like this that are for stay away from her. Because you're looking from Dr. Jallo. One them patients where they care good day, a good number of them all waiting there to beat them to, and because then they abuse Jamba, they take Jamba, they smoke them. So man get different where they make her now. Even last say this one quick one, so man they make an out in a call butter Scott. I don't know if you know really about that.
They cook out gas.
They cook out gas. Well, you know, so man they make her now last like clean. You get different ways to people and use that now. So we get for really step up as a nation because different things they do they come. Just like way Madam Hansis been mentioned here, something they will amaze you. This last program we get to City Council, some of the young men and they will then demonstrate even this petrol. Then demonstrate how then they use petrol now. Where some man not get money for go buy this trammer, we mommy they talk about here. Then they take petrol. Even some man they use Evo stick. And they use Evo stick. So many things then they use.
It's continue for the between the program. Quickly, Madam Hansils. Now today, Salon they join other country them for the International Day Against Drug Use and Illicit Trafficking. And one of the problem where Salon get as a country now the rehab center we say in all day. And going forward, wetin go be recommendation them as person we don't dey work with people them we can take drugs and later then find themselves in a correctional center them. You know some of the problems. Going forward, wetin go be recommendation?
Well, the recommendation then there are different levels. I go quickly go through them. One, at community level, like where you be rightly say earlier, you mama, you papa, you family, try forget your relative for stay off drugs. The one then where they go, where they can, where you don't begin notice say you picking or you family they go, the way you go notice so you can in behavior where it can it totally different. Una not push them out of the home. Because when you don't push them out of the home again, that's another issue. And the community again, the chiefs, the traditional leaders, civil society, we want organizations they all for join hand and come on board. On the part of government, definitely, government not get no option but for building rehabilitation centers there. When they talk about Alcoholic Anonymous, we get people who are trained, we for able for help, for make sure say rehabilitation they take place. And they talk again to the KD master them, to the 5-0s, to the generals, to the pushers, to all the one where they na the ghettos there. Say do ya una owe an obligation to the young people where they can una ghetto there, or where they can sit on una hood them, or where they can sit on una street corners them. For say do ya una steer them off alcohol, drug abuse, and prostitution. Would they work with the Global Fund or with the key populations? The key populations are men who have sex with men, female sex workers, and people who inject drugs. We know say they get what they call drop-in centers. Then drop-in centers, they are in a place where they can go, where they can able for talk to them. And at least those exist within the country. Even though government not build in your institution they yet. We know say under the Global Fund, they get what they call drop-in centers. Una looking on our communities then especially those who inject drugs. This issue of HIV is a very serious one. Exchange of needles. And I want to talk to the organizations the way done they form. We know say for instance we get the Street Hairdressers Association where they around park, and then they try for help with them, especially them picking and then sex workers them where they around them house street and all them places. We want to encourage all the organizations them for say do ya una all put hands on board, not only government alone. As government institutions there, we go do we own within the remit, but government self get for allocate money for let they able for tackle this issue as well.
Alright, now during the time when I do on a report, una able like get them view on what are the reason we make then they evolve into drug, because again people then believe say now because some of the youth they are now engaged into serious activity.
Well, the issues are myriad. You get some of the way they say they lost the person when have been the mainstay in their life, maybe to death. Maybe na papa been they pay fees, or na mama they pay on a pussy. The other one is the compound. Maybe people grew up in a mixed compound outside. They say the love and affection where they supposed to get, they not get her. Either they send them for do chores they unnecessarily, then they maltreat them. I mean 90% of them where you meet, they get stories of maltreatment. Say where you see how they take dogs, so now for make man bearing sorrow, you know. Now for them man, they think. You know the way they talk, they don't even say think. They say man, they think. But wait till they be to man. No. You know we don't clean walk all day. We don't clean man in belly empty. But one thing which is sure is they don't take these drugs on empty stomach. They make sure they don't get something for it. Then they take the drugs. They can sleep 3 days. Then when they wake, they go back to what they started. So quite clearly, if you ask them, they are victims of society. They love the Bob Marley Wailers kind of music. They like their reasoning kind of songs. They like the song where they make them feel say society is totally against them. And you have relatives who really do not treat the situation well. The moment they find out, say, the boy or the girl don't fall foul. For instance, speaking, they go school, they wask. then he go get boyfriend where they go sit down at ghetto. He dey jealous, he go begin sit down at the ghetto. The next minute inside that ghetto, the boy they begin getting drugs for them, because when they want to go into sexual relations and all these things, then believe say if they are under those influence, they're able to perform better. All misconceptions where they go around in communities.
All right. Continuing for the routine of the program, Madam Hansis, quickly they look at text message them where people don't send at the program. The first one I go take, they say, Mr. Carbo, sometimes youth just prescribe different type of drugs for themselves and start using them as if they are doctors or physicians. They come out from Yankee Nabella Park.
This one say, as today marks another International Day Against Drug Abuse, I hope government will put measures in place to all pharmacies in the country in order to avoid misuse on drug in the country. Come out from Senesi Kone Nalukos.
From Enziaman on Facebook page, they say in Sierra Leone today, many factors have led to the uses of persistent drug abuse. Environmental factor. The environment includes various factors such as these social status, family, friends, professional life, etc. The family problem, bad company, competition at work, and lack of proper guidance and support from parents or teachers can often lead to drug abuse. Age factor. The drug addiction can develop at any age, but those who begin taking drugs at an early age have the highest risk of getting addicted. This is because the areas of the brain that are responsible for self-control, judgment, and decision-making are still in development stage. This is the reason why teenagers are more prone to drug abuse. Government should focus on some of these areas in order to control excess use of drugs.
This one say, within the relationship between the Human Rights Commission and Legal Aid Board.
This other one, they say social links for youth development and child links has been trying so much on harmful reduction in our beloved nation. They come out from Lokstemu, Bangura.
And this one says tramadol and marijuana are slowly destroying our future leaders. Let government introduce more programs to raise awareness to ghetto youth. They come out from Macten, New Englandville.
This other one, they say please go to the schools every day to talk to the children in the school about this harmful practice.
Okay, this one say, Madam, how to reduce the way young people are involving into drug.
This other one, they say, Madam Hansils, how far has Legal Aid Board gone in legalizing marijuana? Are there any laws to arrest people who abuse tramadol or relief? They come out from Act 10.
This one say, a lot of government vehicles are also in Banjul, the Gambia, with former government officials. ACC, please extend your approach.
This other one, they say, if a role model, a graduate being found in the ghettos, some abusing drugs automatically is a result of unemployment. They come out from Josephus.
This one say, the only solution to reduce the way how young people involve into drug and rum is to ban a local company.
Alright, from their messages, then they quickly take Daddy Wakabot. We come back and engage with studio guest them.
But the government will not take from people with it. Explain the meaning waiting a commission, waiting at secretary at the work, waiting at chairman work. I said to man understand don't do. I said the recent one with me say, outside the law they reform himself man. I said the commission there. I said I want one question. Chairman can be vote control and you tell me not evidence about because I think I got first day now. Chairman for one the secretariat, the interpretation of the law. I say 80 morning, no, I say morning. Satellite only what you want to man. Antiochia lady, glory form. Yes, left to no more. After we are moving that day, both kinds did bo. Oh, the two picking the now. Oh, the 10 university. Oh, the air. Nastun debu and go boss pan what is stun debu. After the one that the Vocan and the Voca woman, now the one that at our country go there. At the ferry, at the ferry. Paul, when I want ferry right now, the other one already made. Now they talk about this Ministry of Transport. Now, that's waiting than the war. Now that's not the same thing no more. Then tell the word for that who can give them quota. Me, not don't know about.
The program na Good Morning Salon, and it come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And I hope say una don't get some of the message them way people can send for una. So you executive director, one person send message say with the relationship between una with the Human Rights Commission.
We get a very good relationship. In fact, the new commissioners they visit Legal Aid Board about 2 weeks ago, and we get